am Sujay and I am pursuing my BTech in Information Technology from Government Engineering College, Patton Hill, Trivandrum. So, in this video, I would like to explain about Hyperloop. So, what is Hyperloop? Hyperloop is a new form of ground transport currently in development by a number of companies. It could see passengers traveling at over 700 miles an hour in a floating pod which races along inside giant low-pressure tubes either above or below ground. Hyperloop could be cheaper and faster than train or car travel, and cheaper and less polluting than air travel. It's also quicker and cheaper to build than traditional high-speed rail. Hyperloop could therefore be used to take the pressure off gridlocked roads, making travel between cities easier and potentially unlocking major economic benefits as a result. So, how does it work? The basic idea of Hyperloop is that the passenger pods or capsules travel through a tube either above or below ground. To reduce friction, most but not all of the air is removed from the tubes by pumps. The Hyperloop capsules float above the tube surface on a set of 28 air-bearing skis. Other versions of Hyperloop use magnetic levitation rather than air skis to keep the passenger pods above the tracks. The pod would get its initial velocity from an external linear electric motor, effectively a round induction motor rolled flat. It would accelerate it to high subsonic velocity and then give it a boost every 70 miles or so. In between, the pod would coast along in near vacuum. Pods would depart every 2 minutes or every 30 seconds at peak usage. What will it feel like to travel in a Hyperloop? Critics of Hyperloop have warned that traveling in the tube might be an uncomfortable experience due to nausea-inducing acceleration plus lateral g-forces on the bends in the route. However, Virgin Hyperloop One says that a journey via Hyperloop will feel the same as riding in an elevator or a passenger plane. Although Hyperloop will be fast, the systems will accelerate with the same tolerable g-forces as that of taking off in a Boeing 747. Acceleration and deceleration will be gradual with no g-forces and turbulence. The idea of using low pressure or vacuum tubes as a part of transport has a long heritage. Many ideas based on the concept have been proposed but without much success. However, it was entrepreneur Elon Musk who really reignited interest in this concept with his Hyperloop Alpha paper in August 2013. It set out how a modern system would work and how much it would cost. In his Hyperloop Alpha paper, Musk set out the case for a service running between Los Angeles and San Francisco, which would be cheaper and faster than a proposed high-speed rail link. He argued that his Hyperloop could be safer, faster, more affordable, weatherproof, self-powering, and less disruptive to people living along the route. Rather than keeping the Hyperloop idea to himself, Musk threw the idea open to anyone who wanted to develop it. There are now a number of companies working to turn the idea into reality, including startups and others that have been working on the idea for some time already. Among them are Virgin Hyperloop One, HTT, Transport, Arrivo, etc. Each is developing a slightly different set of technologies, but the fundamental underlying idea remains the same. On November 8, 2020, after more than 400 unmanned tests, Virgin Hyperloop conducted the first human trial, with Virgin Hyperloop executives George Giguere, its co-founder and CEO, and Sarah Lucien, their director of passenger experience, as the first passengers. They travelled at a speed of 172 km per hour at the Virgin Hyperloop's Dave Loop test site in Las Vegas, Nevada. In January 2021, the company launched its vision for the future passenger experience. So, what's next for Hyperloop? Hyperloop is a technology that, for its supporters at least, could have a huge impact. It could reduce air travel between big cities, boost economies and trade, and reduce the pressure on housing in cities by allowing commuters to live further away. But none of this is anywhere near proven yet. There are major technical and business hurdles that Hyperloop technologies will need to solve before they can carry passengers in comfort through a pneumatic tube, let alone change the world. The next stage for Hyperloop is to move beyond initial testing and feasible studies, start longer distance trials of technology. Another challenge will be to find commercial models that work around the world. So, only when all this is done will it become clear whether Hyperloop can really become a success or not. So, that's all. Hope you liked the video. If so, please like, share and comment below. Also, please do subscribe our channel for more entertaining tech videos. Thank you.